Hello and welcome back to another box opening. This time we are back with Digimon. I know it's been a little while. Last thing I opened up on the channel was the last Digimon set, which was BT7, Next Adventure, and now we're here a couple months later with BT8, New Awakening. So this set introduces the dual color mechanic, as well as the DNA Digivolution mechanic, or the Jogress mechanic if you're more familiar with the Japanese terminology, which I think the Japanese terminology is a little cooler because Jogress is just a portmanteau of join to progress, which makes a lot more sense and is a lot less of a mouthful than DNA Digivolution. So we're going to get right into this. I got two boxes here today. I am hunting for the pieces for Imperial Dramon, but there's a few other cool stuff in here. The Blackboard Greymon deck, pretty neat. And the red-yellow stuff is pretty cool as well. The Sulfimon line. Sulfimon really hurt me today at the pre-release. This is pre-release weekend that I'm doing this. I unfortunately just went 2-2 at my pre-release, so nothing special, and we're going to get right into it with our first box topper, which is going to be TK, and then we also get the Aero Vidramon Zero stuff, which was the pre-release promos for last, for BT7. So that's pretty cool to get more of those. I now have a play set, I believe, of those, and we're just going to get right into this. First pack of BT8, New Awakening. Let's do this. Like I said, this set introduces the dual colors, but we got a few cool new cards for just your standard colors as well. Black Kakuamon, your opponent can't, or players cannot ignore Digivolution requirements. That's gonna, it's pretty cool. It's just another, like, one of those, like, your opponent can't reduce cost, your opponent can't gain memory aside from tamers. It's just another one of those, like, floodgatey type rookie Digimon that, like, helps keep the balance of a game from swinging too hard in one direction. And that's great for black because it needs stuff like that. We have the same thing, or we have for purple, similar to Cutemon, where your opponent can't reduce or Psychmon, excuse me, this is Psychmon, can't reduce, your opponent cannot, players cannot, all turns, so it's actually not just your opponent, players cannot reduce play cost. We have our first dual color card, Surfmon. He's just a vanilla 13k, 10 cost to hard play, 3/3 to Evo, off of blue or black. This card was pretty nice in pre-release. It's just him along with the other vanilla dual color cards, just really nice to have during pre-release. They just, in that more random meta that you're gonna have, like just being able to have these memory efficient cards, even if you have to hard play this, it doesn't feel too bad because it's 13k DP. We have armor texture, which, you know, this has been said to death, but the equivalent card for those of you who know Yu-Gi-Oh would be Mask Change. It lets you pretty much for no cost switch one armor for another armor, and that's pretty cool. It's a white option, but it can be played if you have an armor ignoring color, so you don't actually have to have a white card out to play this. We have Akakimon, which is just a vanilla 2-cost green Digimon. Just comes down for 2, and it's pretty good. You know, it's another card that's really great for pre-release. And, you know, these 2-cost vanilla cards for every color always come in handy from time to time, just for that memory efficiency. We have Master Tyrannomon, another dual color card. This is a level 5. It's for the Tyrannomon deck. I don't think it's gonna do anything for that deck because just Tyrannomon is just lacking still, but it does allow the deck to play either variant. You can go with red or green Tyrannomon, and, you know, you could do both really. Pistamon, which is a new Digisorption card. Digisorption for 2, though. I think Bandai learned not to give us Digisorption for 3 on level 5s. So it's going to Evo for 1 if you have another Digimon, or if the stack you're trying to evolve it on top of is unsuspended. So it's just memory efficiency. Green has, you know, needs more cards like this, and I think it's finally time that Bandai stops, like, being afraid to give us Digisorption. And we have Vmon. This card's going to be really good in this format because it's going to let you dig for your dual color cards. It's for the Imperial deck as well as Armor Rush. Armor Rush, it'll peel and grab at all these different blue dual colored armors, and then in Imperial it's going to be able to grab pretty much anything because everything is blue green. We have Devimon. This is for that Mallow Myotismon deck, I believe. It's purple on play, dig for a tamer and a purple Digimon, put the tamer in your hand, and then trash the purple Digimon. Just playing around more with that trash the purple loves to have. Marsmon. Marsmon is crazy for pre-release. This Digimon was a house today. 3 cost to Evo, 12 cost to hard drop, 11k DP, and on your turn it can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So like depending on how fast you can get this guy out, he can really punish your opponent, and like he makes it so it's hard for them to come back once he starts wiping their Digimon out. We have Myotismon. You know, he's for that Myotismon deck that is new for this. Well, not new really, because we've had a few Myotismon decks at this point, but like this is synergy with the new Myotismon stuff. With the Yukio, when this card, when Digivolving, trash the top 2 trash the 2 top cards of your deck, and then you may play the Yukio Tamer from your trash without paying its memory cost. So like again, it allows you to play from your trash, which is something that Purple has always enjoyed doing. And then we have a Digimon Emperor, the white tamer for this set. Another great card for pre-release if you guys are out there doing that this weekend, or you know, if you have them coming up. And I think this card will just be good for just generic play as well. I mean, it has that all turns when one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon gets deleted, you can suspend him to draw 1 card, so it helps you keep up tempo. And then on your opponent's turn, if they move out of the breeding area with a level 3 Digimon, you gain 2 memory. So like if you've choked them at 1, they have to choose to either move out and give you 2 or evolve on top of their level 3 in breeding. So like you kind of either stalled them, well, you're gonna stall them probably 2 turns or a turn anyway. It just allows you to kind of control the tempo. Decide, like you're forcing your opponent to decide certain moves. I know we spent a lot of time on that pack. Hopefully not too much time. We got Kakuamon against Psychmon, the same pack, but then we got Frozomon here. He's a new blocker for blue. He's just more part of that source strip strategy that blue loves to have. It's going to probably see play in those like, you know, Hexabloud type decks. I don't know if Blue Hybrid plays this, but it can. We have Skull Satamon. When Digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of your deck, then return 1 card with Demon Lord and its traits from your trash to your hand. So this will let you recur your stuff if it ended up in the trash. You know, most colors would love to be able to do stuff like that, but purple always has access to stuff like this. We have Ankylamon, can evolve off of 2, even though it's a yellow, it's not a dual color, it can evolve off of yellow or blue for 2 for the hard drop. And then if you would play this card from your hand while you have a blue Digimon, you can reduce its cost by 1. So really it becomes a 3 drop if you already have a blue out, which this is used, I believe, in that Shikuyomon deck, which is one of the new Jagras cards for this set. We have Ultimate Brachiomon, like Surfmon, vanilla 10 drop, 3 to Evo, 13k beater. Just an all-around decent card for more draft play. We have Pulsemon, level 3 green Pulsemon. Pulsemon's moving on to green. This is for that Shivamon deck. It's alright. I don't think that deck is gonna be doing anything, but it's neat. It's interesting to see Pulsemon migrate from yellow after so long to green, and you know, maybe one day we'll get synergy so that you can play them all in the same deck. We have Dinohumon, just the dual color red and yellow, lets you Evo for 2 off of either of those colors, 5 to hard drop, 5k DP, inheritable when you swing, minus 1k DP to something, just pretty good all around. We have Rasenmon Fury mode. This is support for the Rasenmon stuff that we got last set. which was kind of bad, but this allows that deck to do some stuff that's like gonna be pretty janky, but also at the same time we'll see play. So it's gonna be rogue, but you'll see it around. Marsmon again. We have Digimon, which is another mechanic that I didn't mention already, which is Armor Purge. These are the Armored Digivolution cards. You can evolve them on top of specific Digimon for a lower cost. This one, I believe, says... oh, this one doesn't have that. I thought it did, but it doesn't. But some of them have, like, if you Evo on top of said Digimon, you reduce the cost by 1. This is just, oh no, there it is. Evo for, it's smaller. Digivolve for 2 on top of Armadillomon instead of its Digivolve for 3, but you can evolve it on top of anything that's green, and it is just, Armor Purge allows you to save your rookie, essentially. If the Digimon, the level 4 would die, you can just put the level 4 in trash and keep the rookie alive. And then we have the new tamer, Yukio. This is the tamer for the Myotismon deck, and he just lets you kind of turbo out your Myotismon stuff. Gonna try to go a little faster here, since I know that we are taking up some time. So we have Beetle Gamamon, Mushroommon. Beetle Gamamon, real quick, this is a red 2-cost Evo, has Blitz, comes up. This card really comes up. For the Gamamon deck, the red Gamamon. It's not going to be like anything too special right now, but it'll get there eventually. We got Mushroommon, which is the vanilla 3-cost. Skullmaramon, the vanilla red for 2 Evo. We got vanilla yellow and Elecmon. We have Fangmon, which is a 2-cost Evo, 5-cost hard drop, 4k DP with retaliation. Just lets you punish with purple with that retaliation, as it's always been able to do. It's a shame it doesn't give retaliation like that old Devimon. I guess they didn't want to power creep him out of the game. We have Thundermon, which is for that Mamemon deck, which is, as you can see here, this Digimon is also treated as Mamemon, so it allows you to do, it's like black gacha, but it's kind of neat, it's cute. We got Anjumon, which is that dual blue and yellow for the Shikuyamon, along with the Ankelomon. We have Kari Kamiya, which yellow finally getting another memory fixer to play along with TK. So you're not just locked into only playing DK for your memory fixing. And then when a card is added to your security stack, you can gain 1 memory. Well, you can suspend it to gain 1 memory. So like, if you already have this out, or if you have this out and then like TK gets hit in your security, you can do the TK, add the card, then recover 1, then gain 1 off of the Kari. So it comes up, I'd say. We got Black Gatomon. This is a 3-cost Evo, level 4 for 5, so it's pretty expensive, but it does have Rush, and its inheritable does give retaliation. We have Gorimon, the new red egg, which I think is going to probably see play in most red decks. Just that if you did inheritable, if this Digimon has 6k or more DP, draw 1, gives red more tempo. Just going to be all around probably the main red egg going forward until we get something better. We have, speaking of Shokomon, which is this DNA Digivolution, so this is the Jagras mechanic that I mentioned earlier. This allows you to take 1 yellow and 1 blue Digimon with that are level 4, and basically combine the stacks into 1. If you're familiar with Xyz summoning from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's taking the 2 monsters and piling them on top of each other, and that's kind of what Shokomon is here, or DNA Digivolution is. You take your 2 level 4 stacks and you put them on top of one another, and it costs nothing to do that. It also resets that Digimon, so if that Digimon had a minus DP, or you know, some sort of negative effect on it, it resets it. It also restands it too. So if you have enough, you know, if you haven't passed turn and you have a blue and a yellow and you swing, then you can combine them and swing again, because it resets that Digimon. This Jagras also makes it so the Digimon doesn't have summoning sickness anymore. So if you played that yellow and you played that red and you have the memory still, and then you Jagras up, they can swing as Shokomon because it doesn't have that memory, or it doesn't have Summoning Sickness anymore. And then we have a Flame Health Scythe, which is the purple-yellow option for the kind of the Moustemon deck that we're going to see with the structures that are coming out soon. They should be out by the end of next week. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6k DP for the turn, then play one purple or yellow Digimon with 6k DP or less from your trash without paying its cost. It's a pretty decent card. It allows, purple to build wider boards, I'd say, especially with that Jagras mechanic. We got Fangmon, Kyukimon, which is a, yellow-purple vanilla 3-cost. We got Flame Rocket, the 1-cost option. It gives a dual-color Digimon security attack +1. So if you have a red and any other color, you can give it a security attack +1, and that's about it. If it's an armor Digimon, you can use this card without its color requirements, so that's pretty cool. Pistamon, again, we talked about the Digisorption. Senbon Dunka, which is Duncan, which is just Mamemon support. Black Mamemon, gotcha. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You may play any number of Digimon with Mamemon in their names, whose play costs add up to 15. Again, it's going to be that Mamemon gotcha deck. We got Gazimon, which is a red vanilla 2-cost to drop, so, you'll be able to have variety between him and, between him and that Monodromon from 1.0. We have Soulmon, this inheritable when this card is when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1, so you'll have that like Myotismon support essentially is what this is. Demi-Maramon, when a card is trashed from your deck, draw 1 card. Again, more Myotismon support, but this will probably see play in most purple decks because purple just loves to trash itself. We got Vmon again. We got Hawkmon, which is the same as Vmon. The on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck and add 1 2-color red card amongst them. This, honestly, I don't see a lot of people playing it in their Black or Greymon decks, but I think you probably should because it lets you search for Dark Gaia Force. We have Frost Velgamon, which is a new Source Strip, card for... It's gonna probably not see too much play. Let's see here. When Digivolving, trash the top Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution sources to the owner's hand. And then opponent's turn, all of your opponent's Digimon gain when attacking, trash the bottom Digivolution source of this card. I could see this seeing play as maybe like a 1 or 2 of. It's definitely not going to be your main level 6, but it could see play in those Source Strip decks. And then we have Oryumon, which is going to be that new level 6 for that X antibody deck. And let me just set these aside real fast and go back, because I usually like to keep the rares and SRs and secrets and stuff to the side so that we can go over it at the end. That Oryumon, though. Oryumon is going to be that new level 6 for the X antibody deck, and it allows the deck to do some cool stuff, and then this deck will continue to get support next set. It's finally fun to see Black getting an identity, because it really is lacking, and I'm glad X Antibody is allowing Black to move past just being kind of like the blocker deck, aside from like Commandramon, which, is cool and all, but kind of fell off. So we have Gazimon. Missed memory boost. Purple gets another memory boost, and this one plays into that, trashing off the top of your deck. Trash the 2 cards from your deck, draw a card. Depending on your setup, you're probably drawing a lot of cards. Exermon, which is a level 4, 2-cost to Evo, 5-cost to drop, 5k DP. When Digivolving, you may suspend one of your Digimon to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. I don't really see the application here. Green has a lot of good cards that allow you to suspend, but maybe I'm stupid. It's hard to say. Hisoryumon, which is a level 5 for that X Antibody deck. It gives your when this Digimon has X Antibody in its traits, it gains Reboot. And then we have during your turn, one of your when one of your effects for Digivolution puts a Digivolution under this Digimon, you may Digivolve this Digimon into a Digimon in your hand with X antibody. So without paying its or by paying its cost, but it allows you to just tempo up, especially if you passed turn when you evolved into this. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding the card, but it'll definitely, I think it sees play in that deck. We have Hookmon, which is our blue-black, which is a rare color combination in this set. We only have a few. And it just, it's a dual color level 4 Digimon, 2 cost to Evo. Trash the bottom Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon when this card attacks. So it could see play in that Source Strip type of deck. Top Gun, it's minus 4k DP to one of your opponent's, or delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4k DP. If you have a dual 2 or more colors, you can delete 7k or less. So it's kind of getting to be like this. Red is getting these really memory efficient deletion cards. We had Gigastorm last set. We had what was it, Nova Blaster or whatever, Atomic Blaster for the starter deck. We're getting smaller Gaia Forces for better memory. Senken Hawkmon again, Plasma Shot, which is a yellow option that, again, like a lot of these options, lets you ignore color if it's Armor Digimon using them. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k DP for the turn, and all of your opponent's Digimon get minus 1k DP for the turn for each card with Armor form in my trash. So this is that Armor Rush deck. It's going to just be able to kind of blow out, because you're going to have a lot of armor in your trash. We have Shoreimon, which is an armor. It's when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker can't attack or block. I don't think that's going to matter, but, it's just another armor. It's red and green, which, those two colors already have some synergy. So you'll be able to do some stuff with that. We have Yukio again, and we have Black War Greymon. This is the deck that's going to be every Tamer card's worst enemy. It's finally Tamer interaction that allows you to, sorry I'm not spending too much time on it because I want to try to get through this a little faster, but it allows you to finally interact with Tamers in a meaningful way. Skullmarimon, Lightning Blade, Thundermon, Betsumon, Scorpiomon, Hisaryumon, Aquilamon, Shorimon, TK Takeshi, new blue memory fixer, Kyokumon, and then we have a Zulangmon, which is a yellow-blue level 5 or level 6. I think this card is only okay. I don't think it really comes up. And then we have Boncho Mamemon, which again is more Mamemon support. We have Dremojimon, which is Evo for 1 off of green. Just memory efficiency. Never going to complain about memory efficiency. We have Anjawomon, or Anjawomon. This is Anjamon, not Anjawomon. We have Ginryumon, Spinomon, Hookmon, Betelgamamon, Mushroomon, Crimson Blaze, Kogamon. Is this purple? No, it is. It's purple-green. Gives retaliation, so giving green access to that retaliation, not a bad thing. Level 4. We have Terriermon, which functions like those other, Hawkmon, Armadillomon, Vmon, except it allows you to just dig for your Rapidmons and Gargomons. We have Climbmon, which is when Digivolving, if this Digimon is suspended, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon to its owner's hand. And then we have Ophanimon Fall Down Mode. Again, this is going to be its own deck along with the Mastemon stuff that we're going to be getting later on in the structure deck. Just some, purple and yellow have always had a lot of synergy, and here we are again seeing more of that synergy come to light in new cards. It allows you to recover if you have a yellow, and let's see, if you have a purple Digimon in its sources, delete one of your opponent's level 4 lowers, and if you have a yellow in its sources, recover 1. So that's pretty much always going to come up in the dedicated deck. Soulmon, Dremogimon, Snow Agumon. On play, it allows you to strip a source. This also is one of the few cards that allows you to de-digivolve, like after doing this, de-digivolve something to get a Digimon on from 4 to 2, because you can strip that 2-cost source, or that level 3 source, and then you know, if you de-digivolve stops at level 3, so this allows it to go up past that, and so if it'll leave them as, it's the only way to leave them with just an egg, which then will instantly go to trash because the eggs can't exist on the battlefield by themselves. We got Ultimate Brachiomon, Skull Satamon, Greymon for that. That's the black Greymon that can evolve off of red or black. This is for that black or Greymon deck. We have Candlemon, Kyokomon, which is the new X-Antibody egg. We have Innocence Blizzard, 3 costs, strip the bottom source of all of your opponent's Digimon, and then up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon with no sources can attack or block. It can come up, especially in that source strip type of play. I think Blue Hybrid will probably try to tech this card. We have Dinohumon, Flamedramon, which is the red-blue egg, or well, I say egg, but it's Digi Armor. Allows you to evolve on Vmon for 2, and then it has Armor Purge, and it can go up to 8k on swing during your turn. It's pretty big. And then for the last card, we have Shivamon. It's the new green level 6. It's kind of the new Pulsemon stuff. Supports the Shivamon deck. It's kind of a stally green. You know, it's kind of the return, I guess, of green control. When your opponent's when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, trash the top card of your opponent's security. So it kind of puts them on a clock and tells them deal with this or it's going to really burn you out. We have Pulsemon, Captain Hookmon, a level 5. When your opponent plays a level 5 or higher Digimon, gain a memory and draw a card. So it I guess like has that application for against the Impeliodramon deck, because if the Impeliodramon deck swings, well, no, never mind. I guess it just punishes decks that hard play their, like Mega Zoo, I guess. And Kilamon, Fire Rocket, Lightning Rod, which is, you know, again, one of these 1-cost armor, ignore, color. This gives your Digimon piercing. Betsumon, this card is really cool. It allows you to on Digivolve, which it costs 3 to Evo. Trash a card from your hand, and then this Digimon gains that color if you have. So say you know, pitch a green card, you will then, Betsumon will be treated as blue, having both yellow and green in its colors, and if it has 2 or more colors, you can draw 2 cards. So you can actually also pitch a dual color card, and you know, say you pitch a red-black card, Betsumon will be both, all 3, yellow, black, and red. So if you have, you know, say a dark Gaia Force in your hand, you can then play it because this is meeting those requirements. Scorpiomon. Shoutouts to translation. This, I believe, is like, I can't remember its real name, but it's not Scorpiomon, that's for sure. Cyclonemon, which is a red-black Digimon. This card is just really good for those aggressive red strategies, and it's basically a black or Greymon card. You're gonna play this card in that deck. At least I think so. Yarimon, it's a new source strip blue egg. As if we don't already have plenty of those. Armadillomon, like the Hawkmon, the Vmon, the Terriermon, it lets you dig for dual color, and it has to have yellow in its colors. Speaking of a dual color card with yellow in its colors, we have Sylphimon here, which is our Jagras from red and yellow, level 4s, and when you evolve, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5k DP, then when DNA Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5k DP or less. So if you evolve it for 4, something will get minus 5k. But if you do it off of 2 level 4s, red and yellow, into Sylphimon, they'll get minus 5k DP, and then they will also get popped if they're under 5, if they're 5k or lower. So it's just a really good card for doing that for free because Jagras is 0 memory to do. And then we have Ryudamon, which is that X antibody card. I keep forgetting to set. Did I? No, only for that pack. Okay. To set the cards over here, it's just, you know, along with Dorumon from last set, it's just that X antibody level 3s. The deck needs, you know, needed, I should say, not needs, to be more of a deck. Elecmon, Snow Agumon, Top Gun, Candlemon, Captain Hookmon, Catch Mamemon. This is what facilitates that gotcha style with the Mamemon deck. We have enough Mamemon here now, so we're going to have a lot of Mamemon stuff. It's going to be a meme deck, but you'll probably see it at your locals at least once, and it can pop off. Mist Memory Boost, Submarimon, that's that blue-yellow egg, or armor. Cyclone Mon again. Isuryujin, which is black option for that X antibody deck for the Ryudamon stuff. And we have Gamamon. Gamamon, if you've been keeping up with Digimon Ghost Game, we saw Beetle Gamamon earlier, but this card is just pretty good. You know, your turn, once per turn, when you play a red tamer, draw a card, so, you know, it's just more tempo for red. Just, you know, a funky little guy. And then we have Frost Velgamon again. Like I said, gonna try to speed up a little bit more, but there is a lot to talk about in this set because it's a lot of new mechanics. We have Exermon, Patamon. Look at this guy, just look at him. Karatenmon, you know, blue, purple, vanilla, but only costs 2 to Evo. We had one already with Skullmarimon, but, you know, never hurts to have more. We have Greymon, Disaster Blaster, yellow option. What's this do? Minus 3k DP for the turn, and then you have a Digimon of 2 more colors, 2 more colors of one of your Digivolutions cards. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6k. Interesting. So you can give it minus 3 and then minus 6. You can, I guess, do that to the same Digimon, or hit 1 for 3 and 1 for 6 if you have 2 colors. Master Tyranno, Ikaki, Karikamiya, Freemon, which is the new yellow egg. While you have 3 or more security, this Digimon gets a plus 1k, so it allows, I guess you could play this in that 3 security deck, but I don't think that's going to see any more play, honestly. And then we have Black Gatomon, Cody. It's not a memory tamer, but he allows you to, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, gain 1 memory at the start of your turn, and then one of your Digimon with 2 or more colors attacks, you may suspend this card to give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 2k. And then we have Xiaokumon. This is the red sovereign card. This is similar to the older Azulong and I guess the Ibonwu, but Zukuamon comes down and he's just gonna wipe the board of everything. You know, your opponent chooses 1 Digimon and then everything else dies essentially, and then it gains a security attack for everything else that died. And what else? It gains 1 memory for everything that died too, so you can potentially Evo this for free, kill a bunch of stuff, and then swing for, you know, a full security stack. It's 13k DP. It's not a terrible card. We have Karatenmon, Catch Mamemon, Kyukimon, Frozomon. We have Aquilamon, which we didn't talk about these, I don't think. We might have talked about it with Ankylamon, but if you control a yellow Digimon, you can play this for 3 costs instead of 4, which I think we actually did talk about that because it just facilitates that dual color stuff. You know, you can have a yellow Digimon or you can have a yellow and whatever color out, and this will allow you to still hard play this for 3 instead of 4, and it's just more Jagras synergy. Disaster Blaster, Patamon, Pandemonium Flare, 2-cost purple option. You may delete one of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. So I guess it allows you to trade, but with purple loves to delete its own stuff. So is it really a trade? In purple, it might be plussing them. Gorimon, Cherubimon, and there we have Davis, Motomiya, and Ken Ichijoji. This is going to see play in the Imperiodramon deck. This allows you at the start of your turn, if you have a blue Digimon, gain 1 memory, and if you have a green Digimon, gain 1 memory. So if you have out, like, say, a blue-green Digimon, you're gaining 2 memory at the start of your turn in combination with the regular older Davis. You're going to start your turn at 5 memory, and that's just pretty cool. That's why that deck in particular is going to be so fast and so explosive in the BT8 format. The Imperial Dramon will be tier 1 regardless. It also has your turn. When one of your Digimon digivolves into two colors or more, you can suspend this Digimon to unsuspend that tamer. You can suspend this tamer to unsuspend that Digimon. So it allows you to, do swing with your level 4s, Jagras up into your level 5. That is unsuspended. Swing with that. Then, if you have the Imperial Dramon fighter or Imperial Dramon evolve into that, tap this, unsuspend the Imperial Dramon. Speaking of Imperial Dramon, we have Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode. It's a level 5, or it's a level 6 that costs 5 to evo off of blue or green. It also costs 2 to evo off of Dragon Mode, so it allows you to build your stack even higher with that Dragon Mode. When digivolving, return of one of your opponent's Digimon with 10k DP or less to their hand, and then when attacking your turn, if a blue Digimon is in the Digivolution sources, unsuspend one of your Digimon, and if a green card is in the Digimon's Digivolution sources, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So you can, when attacking, you can unsuspend it and also suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So it's just, again, more aggression for that deck. We have Ginryumon, Spinomon, Psychmon, Kukuamon, Surfmon, Ikakimon, Master Tyranno, Skull Knight Cavalier mode, which is more support for that Skull Knightmon deck, as well as, we're going to get more support for this in BT10 when we get the Cross Wars stuff. It's a pretty cool card. It evolves off of level 4 for 1 or level 2 for 3. And then when it digivolves, this gains jamming and blocker till the next turn. So it allows you to do some cool stuff. It's also treated as Skull Knightmon and Deadly Axemon for that more of that synergy. BBmon, the new green BBmon, it's alright. Plasma Shot, and we have Lydramon, which the name change to Lydramon is interesting. It was Raydramon for a long time over here, and then its Japanese name is Lydramon, but it's interesting for them to change it to Lydramon, which a lot of people have suspected that means we might be getting Applimon cards, because there is a Raydramon Applimon that never had an English translation for its name. So maybe, after EX03, Dragon's Roar, we're gonna see maybe BT11 Applimon. We'll see. And then another Davis Motomi and Kenichi Joji. That Lydramon, by the way, will see play in the blue-green Imperial Dramon deck for sure. We have Psychmon, Armor Texture, Surfmon, Kukuamon, Mist Memory Boost. Ooh, we have Ultimate Brachiomon, Thundermon, Namakimon, which is part of the Pulsemon line. If you're familiar with the Vital Bracelet, you basically get this guy if you've been lazy. Hyoriomon, Armadillomon, Agumon, rare Agumon. This is the black Agumon for that Black War Greymon deck. And then we have Flamedramon again. We're going to start seeing a lot of repeats, so hopefully we can get through this a little faster. Pistamon, Elecmon, Mushroomon, Betelgamamon, Hookmon, Ankylamon, Scorpiomon, Samada Sati, which is a 1-cost green option card. You may suspend one of your Digimon to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or their tamer. Could come up. I mean, you could probably play this in the Eosmon deck to suspend their tamer so that it can't unsuspend. Your opponent's cards suspended by this do not unsuspend during the next unsuspension phase. So it can, it'll have some synergy with both the way green plays as well as that Eosmon gameplay, because Eosmon does usually use that green base. Kogamon, Eosruginmon, Kodihita, and Climbmon. We do have 2 boxes. I don't know if I mentioned that. I probably did, so we're going to try to go a little faster. Fire Rocket, Skullsatomon, Spinomon, Aquilamon, Patamon, Ketchmamemon, Gazimon, TK Takeshi, Demi-Maramon, Crimson Blaze, Metal Greymon, and, ooh, the Alt-Art Chimeramon. The Alt-Art Chimeramon is our first big hit for this box, and, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. This is the generic Jagras that you can play in any deck when you Evo, because it can Evo off of Rainbow, so you can Jagras it for 2 level 4s that do not have to be specific color, and when Digivolving, you may place 1 level 5 or lower Digimon from your trash under this card, and then if this card has 4, then up to 4 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 1k DP for each card in this Digimon sources. So, you know, it allows you to have a big stack, place another color, and then, like, probably kill whatever your opponent has out. That's the big hit, though, for the box so far. We have Armor Texture, Skullmaramon, Lightning Blade, Ginryumon, Skull Satomon, Captain Hookmon, Exermon, Innocence Blizzard, Devimon, Samuda Santi, another Lydramon, and our other alt-art, which is Hawkmon. It's a nice art. It's not exactly what I wanted to see, but you know what? We'll take it. It's a nice art. So that means this will be a secretless box, which is unfortunate to say that both of my boxes have been secretless. I did get one of the secrets out of my pre-release packs. I did pull the Imperiodramon Paladin mode, though, so I guess that's the trade-off. Exermon, Fangmon, Hisuryumon, Dramojimon, Snow Agumon, Greymon, Top Gun, Rasamon Fury, Namakemon, Freemon, and Gigadeath. Now this option is blue-green, and you would think it would be played in the Imperiodramon deck, but it's probably more likely going to see play in the Armor Rush style of deck. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then place up to 10 of your opponent's suspended Digimon at the bottom of their owner's deck in any order. Because Armor Rush is just going to be the new Rookie Rush. So, you know, this facilitates them being able to just chump block you, essentially. And then we have Yoli Inoue. It's good to see the 0-2 cast getting their Tamer cards finally. It's a shame that it took this long outside of Davis and Ken, but, you know, BT8, better late than never. Frozomon, Candlemon, Karatenmon, Disaster Blaster, Pulsemon, Senkandoku, Skullmaramon, Pendulum Flare, Terriermon, Submarimon, Dark Gaia Force. If we ever needed a new Gaia Force, this is it. Select up to as many of your opponent's Digimon as possible, really. As long as their play costs equal 15 or less, you can kill all of them. So there's that. And then we have Willis, which is the tamer for the Terriermon deck, which is unfortunately probably not going to be great, but it'll be fun. Disaster Blaster, Soulmon, Aquilamon, Snow Agumon, Spinomon, Aquilamon, Sendoken, Dinohumon, Rasenmon, Marsmon, and then we have Hiro Amonokawa, which is a new red memory fixing tamer. When you attack with a Digimon that has Gammamon in its name or is level 5 or higher, you may suspend this tamer to have one of your Digimon gain 2k DP. Just allows your big Digimon to get even bigger. I think that this card will be in contention with Tai to be played as the red main tamer. And then we have another tamer with Cody. It'll be interesting to see. I think Tai will be played still a lot, but we will see Hero see play in more less big stack focused, I think, red decks. Fangmon, Top Gun, Pistamon, Kukimon, Scorpiomon, Karatenmon, Greymon, Demimera, Vmon, Hawkmon, Flame, Hellscythe, and Yuji Musawa, which, like the tamer from the previous set, is just more X-Antibody support. You can tell because he has that manga art style from the same manga as the previous. I think his name was Kota. Cannot remember what the name of the manga is, but that's all X-Antibody stuff, which will get even better in BT9. We have EXO2 in between that, but once BT9 comes out, it's all X-Antibody all day. Elecmon, Ultimate Brachiomon, Memory Boost, Ketchmame, Fire Rocket, Mushroomon, Frozomon, Shorimon, TK Takeshi, Kyokomon, Agumon, and Rapidmon Golden, which is the armor equivalent of Rapidmon. It looks like we're on our last 2 packs here for the first box. Pretty decent opening so far. I mean, we got the Chimeramon, which was a good card to get. Kyukimon, Captain Hookmon, Soulmon, Lightning Blade, Butsumon, Ginryumon, Angemon, Bibimon, Cherubimon, Skull Knight Cavalier, Hulsamon, and another Yugi. And the last pack of the first box is Beetle Gamma, Hisuryu, Anjouwomon, Betsumon, Dromojimon, Patamon, Thundermon, Crimson Blaze, Kogamon, Terriermon, Yoli Inoue, and Digimon, the Drill of Knowledge. We're going to get right into the second box as quickly as possible and hopefully get this done a little faster. What's our box topper? Is this for real? For real? Ugh. Okay. Maybe I'll be able to trade them for the Davises. Not the tamer I wanted, that's for sure. Alright. Monster Tyrannomon, Armor Texture, Beetle Gammamon, Spinomon, Hisurumon, Mushroomon, Patamon, Pendulum Flame, Giryumon, Kari Kamiya, Agumon, and Flamedramon. We've seen a lot of these cards already, so no need to linger on them. Ginryumon, Exermon, Ankylomon, Soulmon, Ultimate Brachiomon, Snow Agumon, Kyukimon, Cherubimon, Freemon, Devimon, Nyotasmon, and Digimon Emperor. Similar pack I think we had in the first one. Frozomon, Aquilamon, Mushroomon, Pistamon, Skullmaramon, Scorpiomon, Greymon, Terriermon, Hyarimon, Armadillomon, Shokomon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Lightning Blade, Betsumon, Karakentenmon, Kyukimon, Angemon, Pistamon, Skullmaramon, Isuryujin, Bibimon, Dinohumon, Zulongmon, and Shivamon. We got the Alt-Art Shivamon. I did get another box. We got Alt-Art Shivamon and Alt-Art Magnamon, so that's pretty cool. But I had opened that one already. Top Gun, Lightning Blade, Mist Memory Boost, Thundermon, Pulsemon, Angemon, Sembondoken, Shorimon, Rasenmon Fury, Skull Knightmon, Cavalier, Flamedramon, and Alphanimon Fall Down Mode. It's our second Fall Down Mode. Am I gonna build Fall Down Mode? Ketchmamemon, Mist Memory Boost, Gazimon, Exermon, Candlemon, Frozomon, Fangmon, TK, Black Gatsumon, Shorimon, Hulsamon, and Bancho Mamemon. We got Gazimon, Captain Hookmon, Elecmon, Fangmon, Bitsumon, Dromojimon, Ketchmamemon, Vmon, Demimaramon, Marsmon, Yoli Inoue, and Ryudamon from those X-Antibody decks. We got Sembondoken, Ankylomon, Fire Rocket, Skull Satomon, Greymon, Aquilamon, Soulsmon, Plasma Shot, Kogamon, Cyclomon, Yuji Masuya, and another fighter mode. Like to see it. That's my third fighter mode because I traded for an Alt-Art fighter mode at the pre-release. So, you know, got those now. Captain Hookmon, Ultimate Brachiomon, Thundermon, Hookmon, Disaster Blaster, Pulsemon, Scorpiomon, Demimera, Submarimon, Crimson Blaze, Flame Health Scythe, and Rapidmon. We got Beetle Gamma, Candle, Patamon, Karatenmon, Spinomon, Disaster Blaster, Hisurumon, Koga, Terrier, Free, Climbmon, and Giga Death. Also, my box topper for my first box was Willis, so my box topper luck has been rough. Hookmon, Kukuamon, Psychmon, Surfymon. Is it Surfymon? Yeah, it is Surfymon. Armor Texture, Ikakimon, Master Tyranno, Pendulum Flame, Samada Santi, Innocence Blizzard, Hiro Amanaka, and Cody Hida. Cody keeps coming after other tamers in our packs. Genryumon, Top Gun, Elecmon, Snow Agumon, Dramojimon, Surfymon, Kakuamon, Namakimon, Vmon, Kokyumon, Willis, and Gigadeath. Lots of Gigadeaths. Cody keeps coming after other tamers because everybody knows that the game knows that nobody likes Cody. Psychmon, Master Tyranno, Armor Texture, Ikaki, Anjumon, Top Gun, Skull Satyr, Marsmon, Ross and Fury Mode, Samada Santi, Yoli Inoue, and Mallow Myotismon. Exermon, Ultimate Brachiomon, Soulsmon, Betelgamamon, Ankylamon, Mist Memory Boost, Ginryumon, Bibimon, Karyukamiya, Isuryujinmon, Yukio, and Metal Greymon. There's one card I haven't pulled yet from this set, and I dare not speak his name though. Hookmon, Top Gun, Skull Satyrmon, Lightning Blade, Thundermon, Snow Agumon, Gazimon, Samaramon, Black Gatomon, Cyclonemon, Sylphimon, and Digmon. Catch Mamimon. I'm making a mess. Karatenmon, Pulsemon, Anjumon, Fire Rocket, Mushroommon, Senbendokun, Cherubimon, Devimon, Gorimon, Bancho Mamemon, and another Black Ward Greymon. That's our third Black Ward Greymon. I probably will build that deck. It's just super cool. Scorpiomon, Spinomon, Candlemon, Thundermon, Hookmon, Kyukimon, Fangmon, Innocence Blizzard, Hawkmon, Skull Knight Cavalier, Gamamon, and Dark Gaia Forest. Catch Mamemon, Ultimate Brachiomon, Elecmon, Dramojimon, Patamon, Karatenmon, Gazimon, Cherubimon, Freemon, Devimon, Frost Velgamon, and a Chimeramon regular art. We're getting near the bottom and we haven't seen the big hits yet, so let's see here. Elecmon, Dramojimon, Patamon, Kyukimon, Aquilamon, Spinomon, Disaster Blaster, Crimson Blaster, or Crimson Blaze, Dinohumon, Namakimon, Ryudamon, and a Shiokomon. We only got about 5 packs left. Ooh. Secrets are all at the bottom, I guess. Secret / alt arts for this box. We have Disaster Blaster, Captain Hookmon, Mist Memory Boost, Ankylamon, Ginryumon, Fire Rocket, Pulsemon, Terriermon, Hiriamon, Armadillomon, Digimon Emperor, and a Flame Hellscythe. 4 packs left. So the secrets have to be in here. Hopefully. I'm gonna hope I didn't get a dud box. Why don't we just set the last pack, or the last cards of each of these packs to the side until the end. Betsumon, Soulmon, Greymon, Skullmera, Lightning, Senbon, Frozone, Shorimon, Rasenmon, and Skull Knight. Frozo, Fang, Gray, Candle, Captain Hook, Skullmera, Betsu, Kyoko, TK, and Plasma Shot. Not trying to feel the cards for texture. Betelgamamon, Hisariumon, Exermon, Snow Agu, Mushroommon, Pistimon, Aquilamon, Vmon, Demimera, and Marsmon. Last pack, and then we will unveil what we pulled out of these packs as far as SRs, rares, secrets. Hopefully secrets. Scorpiomon, Hisariumon, Pistimon, Psychmon, Kukuamon, Surfmon, Ikakimon, Hawkmon, Hyarumon, and Armadillomon. And then, revealing the last cards of the set, or boxes, Frostvalgamon, Climbmon, Davis and Ken, another Altar Chimeramon, Misty Myotismon, Yuji Masua, and the last card, oh, nope, Willis, and the last card, which should be an Altart, ooh, a second in Peleodramon Paladin mode. So the card I didn't want to speak his name, but it does mean I do need to pick one up for my collection at least, is Creepymon. I do know somebody who pulled quite a few Creepymon, so I know where I can get them. So let's, you know, we got our Paladin mode, we got the Altar Chimeramon. In fact, it was so nice we saw it twice. We got in the first box, let's go all the way back, Hawkmon and another Chimeramon Altart. Along with, from my first box, I had another, I had the Altart Shivamon and the Altart Magnamon. So that's going to do it for BT8. Hopefully I'll be back sooner rather than later this time, but we'll be back probably next time with either... I don't want to make any promises because I don't know what product I'm going to pick up enough of to make a video of next time. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.